Hello everybody, welcome back after a reasonable start to our season in the Premier League. Today we feature a big match against Manchester City and that man Earling Harland. Plus we have a Champions League group draw. Welcome to episode 3 of Making Chelsea Stand Proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, as promised, we have Manchester City in the Premier League, followed by Brentford, who are doing extremely well. Last time we looked, they were in second place in the Premier League, right behind us, and sandwiched between those two, we have the Champions League group draw. So the new fangled, of course, the licensing has changed in FM23, so it is a bit of a Monty. So we're going to need to squeeze everything in today. I think the draw actually takes a little while, but we'll try and speed it up a little bit if we can. We'll see how it works. Right, let's get into the episode then. Manchester City are the team that we're facing today. We haven't played any more games since you were last with us because that Manchester City game that we want to see and that man Earling Harland, and can we quell him? We'll see in today's game, and of course then Brentford, and I think the first Champions League game is around here somewhere, so we'll be playing a couple of games offline and then coming back for that first Champions League match as it comes around. We'll have a look once the draw is made, see how the games fall out, or squeezed in, of course, because of the incoming World Cup, which is going to happen around about here. So 12th of November is the last game in the Premier League until Boxing Day, and obviously we've got to squeeze in the group games for the Champions League, all going to be squeezed in here. So 6 games are going to find their way into this lot somehow or other, so it's going to be thick and fast coming to that slot. Right, well, before we move on, Manchester City, let's have a look at the Premier League table just to update ourselves, because some games have been played since you were last with us. Manchester City are down in 6th at the minute, having played 2 games. They've only got 4 points. We're top with 6 points, 9 goal difference. Brentford in second, also with 6 and a goal difference of 3. Aston Villa in third, 6 points and a goal difference of 2. So that's how it currently stands. Don't think Brentford are playing Manchester United at home today. Aston Villa are playing Tottenham tomorrow in game. So that's how that's panning out. Manchester City, as I say, have won 1 and drawn 1. Earling Harland scoring a hat-trick in their last match against Bournemouth. They beat Bournemouth 5-0. Earling Harland with a hat-trick. Jack Grealish with the other 2 goals. And against Arsenal at home, didn't score. So let's hope he has another day like that today. We did see that he played in the Community Shield against Liverpool, beaten them 2-0, 2 goals from him again there. So at the moment, I know there's a lot of other content creators saying that he's prolific. Let's hope he's not too prolific today, but it is interesting to see that Kai Havertz is off to a good start. He's got 4 goals, topping the goals list at the moment. Mason Mount with the average rating of 8.8, and Mateo Kovac with 2 assists alongside Leon Bailey and Pulisic. So as far as stats go, we're looking good. Want to keep that up today if we can. Right, let's get on with it then. Let's get into the game, because we've got to squeeze that Champions League draw in as well. So the teams, or the team that will face Manchester City in the Premier League. And this is the team that will face Manchester City. Mendy in goal, Cucurella, Thiago Silva, Kulkabai, James, Kovac and Kante in front of them. Pulisic, Mount and Ziyech are the attacking midfield. Havertz in front of them. Pulisic is in because Raheem Sterling has picked up an injury. Azabaleta Aaron Berlega is on the bench. Fofana, Jorginho, Broja as a, you know, I still have trouble as a percolator. I will get it right. Chalabar and Bangimang. I don't know what's the matter with my teeth this one. Chilwell and Gallagher are all on the bench. And as you'll see, Manchester won 2 of their last 3. Harland up front. Won our last 2. They're playing a more defensive formation here at the Etihad. Confirmation of the table as it currently stands. Teams on the pitch. We're playing in our Goldie 3rd kit today against Manchester City. It's possible and we have a highlight. Bernardo Silva with the highlight. It's headed clear though. Grealish trying to get the ball back in. Didn't. Mason Mount tries to win the ball back, but Walker's got away with it. But Pulisic is doing a great job. Mason Mount. And give that away to De Bruyne. Thiago Silva, but Bernardo Silva's got clear and has a shot. Didn't curl it. Maybe should have put it into the path of Haaland, but I'm glad he didn't. Always press Kyle Walker. Gone past the half-hour mark. Just that one highlight at the moment. They have a free kick. James tidies up. Back to Mendy. Mendy to Kukabai. Thiago Silva. Back to Mendy. Mendy launches one upfield. Looking for Hurwitz. Didn't quite find him. And it goes all the way back to Edison. Makes you wonder what they're going to conjure up here. And Earling Harland lurking, just trying to stay on side. Gets me the feeling they're going to launch one over the top, and there it is. Earling Harland, he's in. He's chipped the goalkeeper. And an assist from Cancelo. He's 6th of the season. Really should have done better there, I think. But you could see what they were going to do, to be fair. And that took a deflection, really. It wasn't a clean chip. I think it's either come off of the goalkeeper or Kukabai. I'm wondering whether to go into this formation. Just doing a tweak to what we've got. Go attack on that side. Inside forward on support. Now actually James is the better attacker, so we'll do it the other way around. He's better on attack. Make Ziyech a support and make him the attacking there. We'll do it that way around. Right. Do we really want 2 ball-playing defenders? I think we're almost better off with a central defender on one side, a ball-playing defender on the other. Having said that, is Thiago Silva? He is. Thiago Silva is the better ball-playing defender. And put him on a defend Kukabai. Right, having made those changes, fiddled around with it, let's see what we can do. So we've matched them up now. Cancelo with the throw into Rodrigo. And Ziyech making the tackle to James. Kookabai. Thiago Silva looking for a way out then at the moment. Harland is lurking. He's gone all the way back to Mendy, and Harland runs at him. Kookabai, Kante, Mount, Ziyech, but he was Cancelo was lurking, and we're in danger again inside to Harland. Mendy equal to it. We knew it was going to be tough. We've not really got in this game. We've had two small spells. Having said that, Man City are the team to beat this season, and it's gone out for another corner. Right. Earling Harland obviously needs marking. Opposition. Mark him tightly. De Bruyne with the corner then. Outswinger. And it's cleared by Kookabai. Ziyech is out there and tidies up. We've dropped down into second. Manchester City gone top. Kante to Ziyech. Back to Kante looking for Havertz, but it was a bit wayward. And we've won the ball. Ziyech into the area, and defenders thwarting the attempt. And Ziyech, it was a shame it didn't fall to Havertz, because I think he would have put that away. 7 shots, nothing on target, 0.64, 51% possession. They've had 12 shots, 7 on target, a 1.26. I think we're probably lucky we're not more than 1 behind. And we get the second half underway. No changes made at half time. And Harland has gone off for Foden. Now, that probably means that we've thwarted him somewhat, which is good news from our point of view. He's obviously not firing on all cylinders. We've done nothing so far in this second half. And with whatever it is on the clock, the one thing that I've noticed, that it goes into pause now on this left-hand side, and you can't see what's left on the clock. Maybe that needs a change. Right, Pulisic, he's not having a good game out there. Bangamang is going to come on for him. In fact, nobody's playing particularly well, including Kai Havertz. Jorginho can come on. And we'll take Ziyech off as well and bring on Broja. 3 changes then at the moment. Point the finger, go out and make a difference. Let's get back underway. Couple more chances, but nothing on target, which is a bit of a worry. I think we're going to revert back to this formation, and I think we're going to go attacking just to see if we can get something out of it. Reece James is tired. Asla Paqueta can come on for him. anybody to replace Havertz. One other thing I wanted to do was try and nullify Phil Foden. Weaker foot. And going in hard. Back to that. Give team talk. This. I trust you and it'll make me proud. And off we go again. Be nice to just get one back if we could. They have a throw in. Cancelo to Rodrigo. That ball forward. As the Paqueta, I'm not quite sure what he did there. It looked like he did a skip, which put the attacking player off, Thiago Silva, to Jorginho. Cucurella. A Bangamang. Bangamang. Fresh on that outside, but Castagni is equal to him, if not better than him. As a Paqueta to Broja. Broja in the two. Havertz. We are level. 81 minutes. A question of whether he was offside now. Oh dear. I think it's been given. Not seeing confirmation of it, but yeah, he was onside. He was onside, so it's 1-1. Player on the left-hand side that was playing him on, but it was all good. And we go back on top. Mason Mount is now injured. And we're going to drop back to a positive. And Conor Gallagher can come on for him. I'm just trying to see. We'll bring Conor Gallagher on. That's our 5th change. And if we can manage a draw against them, I will be more than pleased. You see, they've really gone to sleep. Had the bulk of the first half. And we've come back in the second half. And we've managed to get that draw. Havertz scoring his 6th, 7th of the season. And putting us on back into the game. 11 shots, only that one on target, 1.08, 50% of possession against their 16 and 7. So we were lucky, but that's what you need sometimes in order to win titles, is be lucky. And here is a look at the table. We're still top 7 points, but I think we could get overtaken now because obviously Brentford and Aston Villa still have to play, and they're only a point behind us after that. Manchester City stay in 4th on 5 points, but again, they could well get overtaken by the teams immediately behind us. Obviously, early in the season, nothing is, literally you can win a couple of games and beat from bottom to top at the moment. That's how the table sits, obviously, after the first few games of the season. But at the moment, still top. I don't think we will be by the end of the evening, though. We'll see how the rest of the games pop out. 20th of August we are. The 25th of August is the Champions League draw. So let's jump forward. I will give you an update as to the scores when you come back and a quick look at the table before we do that Champions League draw. But the Champions League draw comes next. Right, you come back for the group draw then for the Champions League. And before we do that, a quick look at the Premier League table because those other games are played. Everybody's played 3 now. We're still our top by virtue of other teams, Brentford and Aston Villa, especially only managing draws in their games. So as it stands at the moment, it's Chelsea top, Liverpool, Brentford, Aston Villa, Leicester, Manchester City and Southampton. Manchester United down in 12th. And Bournemouth getting hammered again by 5-0. So they've lost 3 games on the trot, 2-0, 5-0 and 5-0 by Liverpool, which is why Liverpool are behind us. Pretty much even Stevens, everything is equal. It's just I think we're there by the fact that alphabetically at the moment is where we are at. Right, hopefully we've switched off all the music, because if we do, we might take a a strike here on YouTube, which we don't really want to do. Let's have a look. This is the first time we've had a look at the Champions League draw. A new setup, of course. The licensing, as I say, is now with Sports Interactive. If we were watching this now, we would have the music. I'm sure you've watched it. I'm sure you've done it, possibly, unless you're playing a lower team and not seen it yet. But there is the usual Champions League music to go with it. Right, let's get underway. This is a little bit intensive, I think. So there are 4 pots. Koeman is the ceremony host. Hello, everyone watching along. I'm, of course, Ronald Koeman, am your host in Istanbul for those proceedings. It is sure to be a dramatic draw for the UEFA Champions League group stage, so make sure you don't go anywhere. There are 8 groups, of course, A to H, 4 pots, so one team from each pot to come out to go into the separate draws. In pot 1 are Bayern, Manchester City, Real Madrid, PSG, Ajax, Porto, Eintracht Frankfurt and Milan. In pot 2, we have Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Leipzig and Tottenham. So 3 English sides in pot 2. So they're going to avoid one another. We could get Manchester City, of course, Borussia Dortmund, Shakhtar, Salzburg, Inter, Parthenope, Benfica, Sporting Lisbon and Bayer are in pot 3. And in pot 4, Dinamo, OM, Copenhagen, Bruges, Celtic, PSV, Ladegretz and Trabzonspor. So I think the teams are coloured up somehow. It doesn't appear to be the case, but that's it. Right, let's get it underway then. Milan are first out in Group A. Group B, Manchester City. Group C, Eintracht Frankfurt. Group D, Ajax. Group E, Porto. Group F, Madrid. Group G, Bayern, which means PSG will be in Group H. And then we move to pot 2, Milan and Tottenham. Manchester City and Barcelona. That's a great group. Eintracht Frankfurt and Atletico Madrid. Juventus are in Group D. Sevilla in Group E. Real Madrid and Leipzig. 2 big sides there. Group G. We are in Group G alongside FC Bayern, which means that Liverpool will have PSG. So we've avoided Manchester City and PSG. Pot 3 then. The Bayer joins Milan and Tottenham. Manchester City, Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund. That is one heck of a group. Group of death. Eintracht Frankfurt and Atletico Madrid, Benfica. Ajax, Juventus and Shakhtar. Porto, Sevilla and Salzburg. Madrid, Leipzig and Sporting Lisbon. This is our group. Bayern, Chelsea and Inter. Ooh, this isn't going to be an easy group either, I don't think. PSG, Liverpool and Parthenope. Back to Group A then. Final teams in the groups. Milan, Tottenham and Bayer are in here so far. Dinamo are the other side. Dinamo Zagreb. Manchester City, Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund. Who's the 4th team going to be? Oh, PSV. That is, Group B is an interesting group, isn't it? Eintracht Frankfurt, Atletico Madrid, Benfica and Trabzonspor. Ajax, Juventus, Shakhtar and Celtic. That's not a good group for Celtic either. Porto, Sevilla, Salzburg and Bruges. Madrid, Leipzig, Sporting Lisbon and OM. Our group now, Bayern Munich, Chelsea and Inter are joined by, I clicked on the wrong button here, Copenhagen from Denmark. PSG, Liverpool, Parthenope. Final group then, Ladegretz are in there. That is the draw for the Champions League group stage. And as you want to spot your own team in there. Germany with the most teams, 5 teams in the competition. And that's how it's finished then. That's the draw. And if we click on the process, we should be able to have a look and see how that falls out in the schedules. Here we go. So Copenhagen next. So Arsenal and Brighton offline. We'll come back for Copenhagen and Southampton in the next episode. We'll feature, I think what we're going to do this time is try and move through, because previously I've done all the Champions League games. What we will do is we'll feature all 3 teams that we play against, but we'll only feature one of the games. So we're going to go Copenhagen first, and then we'll and Southampton, and then we'll come back for Bayern or Tottenham and Bayern possibly, and then move down Fulham and Inter, something like that, so that each of the 3 teams are featured as we head down through the list. So I will work it out from here. Right, without any more to do, let's get on with the episode, because time is ticking, and it is the team that is going to face Brentford. And this is the side that will face Brentford in this Premiership game. Mendy in goal, Chilwell is back, Kukabai, Fofana and James in defence. Kovic, Kante in midfield, Sterling, Mount and Hudson-Odoi across the attacking midfield. Havertz continues up front. Arrizabalaga in goal. Azpilicueta, Jorginho, Broja, Calabar, Zakarai, Ziyech, Thiago Silva and Pulisic are on the bench for this one. And our recent form, that one draw match against Manchester City in the last outing here in the Premier League. Brentford have won 3 of their last 4, drawing the other one. I think they played Carabao Cup games, so while they've played more than us. And we're underway here at Stamford Bridge. And the first highlight with just 2 minutes on the clock. Brentford over the top. Mabumo gets it in. Mendy's saved it, but the ball parried, but the striker trying to chip the goalkeeper, and he was equal to that. Brentford with a lively start. They have another free kick. This time it's headed clear. Kovic will get there. Kovacic, Mount, back to Chilwell. Chilwell holds the ball up. Kovacic, Havertz had a bit of a header, but it wasn't powerful enough. And Raya in goal. David Raya for Brentford distributes the ball out. An alarm going off somewhere. If you can hear that, apologies. And Brentford come forward again. This time it's a bit wayward for Fofana, but he's headed it straight back into Brentford territory. And they are definitely lively and have scored. Or have they? That man Mamubo. Yeah, it was. He was offside. I had money on the fact that it wasn't. That would have been his third. I don't know what you mean by I have money on the fact that it wasn't. No. That's Siri trying to get in on that. I would have put... Reece James is now injured. He's picked up a potential foot injury, which isn't good news. And Azpilicueta can come on for him. Back underway again. Bad news for Reece James. Haven't seen a highlight where we're really attacked so far. Goes out wide to Chilwell on this occasion. Chilwell tries to get it in the middle, but no way through there at the minute. Fofana cutting that ball out, otherwise our man Mabumo would have been in. I think we might need to have a look at opposition instructions in a minute. As a Equator, Fofana, Kukabai holds the ball up, got his foot on the ball. That's a new for this year. Sterling, he's chipped the goalkeeper. It's hit the crossbar. He overcooked that somewhat. Right, let's just check the opposition. Bumo. I think we need to. Weaker foot. Weaker foot. Weaker foot. Never trigger press. Confirm changes. And we have a corner. Mason Mount with the corner then. Swung it in and it's headed just wide. I think it may have been Fofana. Another corner. Mason Mount this time. And it's a penalty, I think. Something went on there. VAR is checking it. And it is a penalty. And apparently Kukabai was fouled by Janet. Mason Mount then, to add to his tally for the year. Goalkeeper went the right way, but he put it away. And on 40 minutes, Mason Mount gets his 4th of the season to put us 1 up. And that's been hard work. Tucked it well in the corner. And half-time comes. It is 1-0. We just about made that. 40 minutes, the goal, or the penalty. 12 shots, 4 on target, 2.13. They've had 4 shots, 1 on target, 0.48. And we've had 60% of the possession. We just need to score a few more in the second half would be very nice. Thank you. Underway again here at Stamford Bridge. No changes at half-time. Raya with a goal kick, and we've given the ball away. Brentford certainly look very bright. Kante with the tackle for Fana, tidying up to Mendy. Chilwell, Kovacic over the top to Havertz. Havertz has it, and he's missed. He hasn't done that much this season, but he has missed today. We have a free kick, Mason Mount over it. He's left it for Raheem Sterling, who's crossed this ball in, and it's gone in. Mason Mount, his 5th goal of the season, and his 2nd of the game. He's on for another hat-trick. And we go 2 up after 56 minutes. A well-worked thing. Mason Mount did the run. Raheem Sterling run into space, and Mason Mount headed it against the post and in. By Chilwell comes forward and tried to slide that inside to Raheem Sterling, but it was a poor ball, really, in all honesty. Kovacic, Hudson-Odoi. Oh, he's missed. Going for the far post and missed handsomely. Right, time for changes, I think. Kai Havertz again for the 2nd game in a row isn't doing it. Broja is going to come on for him up front. Everybody else is performing reasonably well. Mason Mount will leave on because he's on for a hat-trick. Raheem Sterling is having a better game today. Bring Pulisic on for him. just those 2 changes at the moment. We've still got 2 to do because we had to do the change, of course, for Reece James. Back underway. Mount in and headed wide by Azpilicueta. Trying to work out who it was that headed it wide on that occasion. Mason Mount with a free kick, possibly for a hat-trick, but it's wide of the target. Been poor today with our efforts on target. 80 minutes comes, and I think we look at our final changes. Hudson-Odoi on the other wing. Ziyech can come on for him, and I think possibly Kante and Jorginho can come on for him. And we're all done. Mason Mount looking tired in that central attacking midfield role, but we're okay. Azpilicueta throws it into Mason Mount, who's shoulder barged or something. Azpilicueta wins it back, and he's tackled, but he wins it back. Jorginho goes out wide looking for Pulisic. Chilwell. Kovacic. Sails over the top. 4 minutes of injury time, and that is it. It's a 2-0 win against Brentford. Not the most outstanding game, or one that really was impressive. As you see, 21 shots, only 6 were on target. Not using my 50%, but an XG of 3.02, so maybe another goal in it. 61% possession, that's what pretty much rounded it off for us. Mason Mount with 2 goals and a booking to boot. Well, as we were the early game, you do come back on a slightly different screen to what we'd normally do. But as you will see, we have dropped down into second, sandwiched between Aston Villa and Liverpool. Liverpool have gone above us on goal difference now, beating Everton by 3-0 in the Merseyside derby. And top us by 1 goal on goal difference. So we need to batter somebody in order to pick that up. But it's all very tight at the top. 2-point gap now from the top 3 to Manchester City. A 3-point gap to Tottenham. Manchester United started to pick up a bit of form. Brentford dropping away after that loss to 7th place. Brighton, Everton and Bournemouth are all in the relegation zone at the moment. Everton not in the best of fettles, are they, at all? But interesting to see that Earling Harland scoring 4 in Manchester City's 6-1 drumming of Newcastle. So Earling Harland back on things. So I think we did extremely well in getting that 1-1 draw out of them. Yeah, they are going to be a tough side to beat. I'm surprised that they are only in 4th place at the moment. But I think that's not going to be for very long. They're the team to watch this season. Also a good win for Tottenham, our beta save team from last season, of course. Right, let's have a look at where we're going to come back. As mentioned then, Arsenal Brighton offline. We're going to come back for Copenhagen and Southampton in our next episode. And then we'll feature Bayern and Aston Villa, or Tottenham and Bayern, or whatever. It might be Tottenham and Bayern, seeing as we played we were Tottenham last season or whatever, but we'll work it out. We will work it out. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That'll keep you up to date with all future episodes of this particular series and our other FM series as they are released, of course. New episodes of Making Chelsea Stand Proud released every day. Every weekday, that is, at 4:15 p.m. for the next couple of weeks until the full fat comes out, and then we'll be looking at another save to run alongside. If you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel and more, follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It will be episode 4. It's out tomorrow. Until then, it's a very goodbye.